Hello and welcome to Coffee with the Librarians on January 30th, my birthday. Yay! Really excited for today's transmission because it's around joy and some of the blocks to joy and distraction, joy and distraction. And what I'm really appreciating about this message is right now I feel like there's so many things that are just sucking the joy out of us. And there's so much distraction out of there. So when this message came in, I thought, very relevant. So let's get to it. Find you. All right. Yes. The message for today around joy and distraction is that joy is truly our natural state of being. And so often we believe that joy is this extreme high level. We believe joy is the birthday party. We believe joy is the holiday celebration. We believe joy is an 11 out of 10. Um, and yes, that can be joy. But what joy is that deep presence. It's that deep knowingness that we are loved, that we are cared for, that we are. Laura wants to say safe. They're saying it's not the safe. It's not that it's not safe, but it's that level. It's a contentment level. It's a higher level of contentment. And what they're saying is, in fact, we are at that level all the time. Most of us are at a level of being okay all the time, not that heightened level of joy, but it's a higher level of contentment. It's content to feeling good most of the time, but the distractions get in the way all the time. And we talk about being in a world of distraction, and what's really true about this world of distraction is it's distracting us from the presence of joy. It's distracting us from the presence of being okay. And that's really what distraction is about. And what they're saying is it's laughable. It's laughable. It's convoluted and it's laughable that there are so many tools out there that bring us back to mindfulness. Um, when in fact, that is our natural state. So what they're showing me is like our natural state, and then all of these distractions, and then all of these tools to cut through all of these distractions to get back to our natural state. And it's not that the tools to cut through all that distraction don't work. A lot of those tools can. It's just that the real, what's the word? The secret. The secret is to drop those distractions. We don't necessarily need all these tools to get back in there. We love our tools. When in reality, just drop the distraction. That's the easiest way through because it is the way through. How do you get through the noise? How do you get through the distraction? How do you get through all of those things? Well, yes, they're saying, in fact, you can use a tool to get through, or you can just get rid of the distractions. And how often, how often do we overcomplicate things? How often do we overcomplicate things? When we acknowledge the presence of the distraction, we are making the distraction bigger and more powerful than it even is. It's not ignoring it by pretending that it's not there. It's ignoring it by refusing to give it any more energy than we need to acknowledge it, embrace it. That's interesting. And when we acknowledge, oh, that makes sense. And when we acknowledge it and embrace it, it ceases to be a distraction. Okay, so what I said when I said that makes sense, what they're showing me is here's us, here's all of these distractions around us. Here we are out here on the outside of ourselves, on the outside of our world, grasping on these tools to try to get through and find the path through this distraction to come back home to ourselves. That's a way to do it. You can do that. But those distractions are still there, and then they are a constant pull away from ourselves. If we acknowledge the distraction enough to embrace it, and that's the part where I was like, does this make sense? This makes sense. We can't ignore it and pretend it's not there. We'll trip over it, literally and metaphorically. We have to acknowledge that it's there and we have to embrace it. We have to acknowledge it for what it is. Is it a distraction of fear? Is it a distraction of pain? Is it a distraction of insecurity? Is it a distraction of not having enough? Acknowledging what that distraction is. And the word they keep showing is embracing it, acknowledging it, embracing it, understanding it. Yes, this is real pain. Yes, this is real fear. Yes, this is real scarcity. Yes, this is real whatever it is. And instead of pushing it away and being like, I'm not going to participate in that kind of anger. I'm just not going to have that kind of a dialogue. Hate is hate, blah, 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 blah. Loving the hate, loving the pain, giving it the compassion. And instead of being afraid of it, loving it so it dissolves and we can more easily drop it and pass. Because those distractions will always be there. The things that take us away from our center will always be there. So it's acknowledging them with love, with presence. It's shining the light on the darkness. All of the distractions are the darkness. Shine the light on the distraction. Shine the light on the darkness by embracing it, by sending it love. Ooh, by offering it a correction. By offering it a correction means not saying, and you are wrong and you are bad, but by offering the corrected spiritual view of things. So if it's pain, what is the correction? It's really love. If it's fear, what is the correction? It's really love. If it's distraction, oh, that's funny. If it's distraction, what is the correction? It's still really love. So it's offering the correction to the perceived distraction because it's all a misperception. All of those distractions, all of those reasons are misperceptions for where we're at and for where we can't be taken away from. Distractions from where we can't be taken away from. We are here, the distractions are here. We think we're out here needing a tool to get back in. Really, we just need to acknowledge those distractions, correct that misperception around the distractions. We're safe, we're loved, we're healthy, we're whole, we're all of those things. And it returns us right back to where we were. That was a neat one, wasn't it? Yes. They said, now you've got it. Now you've got it. They said it took a while for that understanding, for that translation, but they're affirming now you've got it. So now I've got it. Now you've got it. Now we've got it together. So let's just go out and live this. Ah, I love that. Have an amazing week. I will see you next time. Bye.